Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Crybaby Pumpkin Bun, or Lulu, and welcome back to our blind Let's Play of the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Last time, we were coping with finding out that our memories aren't real. We got to find out that our memories of Karawa sort of are real. We had a nice moment with that. And then we got attacked, and Nozomi was the only one defending, and then we slowly all came to help her. And then Vex, because we all care about each other and we're friends, and because the power of friendly friendship is going to save the day. And then Vexness showed up and said that she wants us to be ruthless so that she can feel justified in killing us, and that she's going to keep killing us. And then Sirei said he would tell us anything we want to know. So we're going to start with figuring out what we want to know from Sirei. Okay, let's start with the basics. Is what Shoma remembered about our origins the truth?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but yes, it's all true.
I was afraid of that. We really are just lab-grown living weapons.
And all our memories are made up. No matter how many times I hear it, it's still so hard to accept.
It's a shock, alright. Kinda makes you want to give up on life. Except, we can't even die if we wanted to.
I'd like to go through the whole thing from the beginning so we're all clear on the details. Hold your questions until I'm done, alright? Sirei's story more or less lined up exactly with what Shoma had told us. We were all clones, artificial humans created at Kamakura General Hospital. We were made from Shion's DNA, and as such, on a genetic level, we were no different from any other Futurans. So we weren't really human at all, more like artificial Futurans. Among the people in charge of this project, some voiced concerns about how we could prove just as much a threat as the Futuran commanders. So to prevent us from turning on humanity, they decided to brainwash us. We were given new memories and new identities as Earthlings. Of course, some protested that this was inhumane, but with humanity's future at stake, they were left with little other choice. This resulted in the project being carried out in utmost secrecy. We spent our whole lives on the very edge of consciousness, shut away in our biological cultivation capsules. Inside those pods, we dreamed of our lives as Earthlings, as dictated by the memories implanted into us. A normal family, a foster home, a rich family, a family of assassins. Each of us was fed a different backstory completely distinct from the others. Part of that was to mask our true origins, but it was also to ensure we had a greater variety of viewpoints and could adapt to different situations. Ignorant of the truth, we continued to grow and to dream. When the time came for us to leave, we were launched from the artificial satellite to the surface of Futurum. Then we awoke and began our mission along with Sirei, our robotic handler, and Shion, our genetic parent. That's about the size of it. Any questions?
The bombs in us, and the fact that we were revived whenever we die. Were they necessary to save humanity as well? To make this mission a success?
Yeah.
The bombs were just a contingency plan in case of emergencies, but the automatic revival was deemed indispensable. Most Cryptoglobin users can only be harmed with Cryptoglobin, but you guys are different. You can take damage from conventional sources too, just like regular humans. Something must have gone wrong when we were making you.
Hey.
But thanks to that, we discovered how properly simulating your Cryptoglobin could reverse even fatal damage. That's what led to the invention of the Rhinomatic.
And that means you could make us fight over and over again.
We really are just weapons to you. Seriously, why'd you have to take it so far?
Even I'm surprised at this level of selfish cruelty. Is there nothing humanity won't stoop to?
You guys want to smash this guy up again?
I know that what we did to you was unforgivable, but mankind's future was at stake, and we were running out of time. The artificial satellite's resources are already dangerously low. Pretty soon, it'll be nothing but a lifeless husk floating throughout space forevermore. Humanity needs a new home. We had no choice but to entrust the mission to you. Entrust? That makes it sound so noble, but really, you just used us.
Yeah.
Fair point! But the important thing is you aren't just convenient for us, you are essential. You still have the potential to be humanity's saviors. We're still pinning all our hopes on you.
Enough!
I
I
don't
don't
want.
want to hear about you and your hopes anymore. Everything you say is just a simulation of their collective will anyway. It's totally meaningless.
Actually, this apology isn't a simulation.
Take a look at this.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's not fair of us to force you to do this.
Sorry, mister. What's going on? Who are these people?
They're all the people who were living happily on the artificial satellite without knowing what they were doing to us. I told you before how I've been programmed with the thought process of all mankind so I can make the best choices for humanity. Given everything that's happened, I ran a new simulation and arrived at different conclusions than before. That was to tell the regular citizens on the artificial satellite the truth.
The people in the Tokyo residential complex, they know everything. Why we're fighting this war. What will happen if we lose. And how you are the ones fighting for them. That includes where you come from. And the lives you've been made to live as well. All of humanity knows the truth now.
They're so young. I don't know what to say.
You probably hate us, and I don't blame you. But you're all we have.
Please, I don't care what happens to me. Just save my children.
They're not much older than me. And they're out there fighting a war.
I'm not ready to die. Please, don't give up.
I wish I could be there with you. I want to help too.
I'm sorry we have to depend on you, but you're our only hope. If you lose, we're all done for.
Did we really have to go this far? Maybe it would have been better to let us die out.
I can't do anything from up here, but I'll still be cheering for you.
Please, you have to win this. My baby is only a few days old.
Please, keep fighting. You have to win.
Stop it!
Nozomi's voice cut through all the others, echoing throughout the war room.
Turn it off. Just turn it off.
All right. Searay nodded and his eyes flashed red.
No.
The next moment, the monitors all flickered off. This is too cruel.
Isn't it enough that you kept the truth from them for so long? Now you want them to keep fighting for you? This is totally unreasonable.
What do those people on the satellite know about sacrifice? About hardship? They've pushed it all onto these guys instead.
Nozomi.
Yeah.
Our mission is cruel and inhumane, I admit. We're undoubtedly the villains in this war. But humanity still wants to live. Just like any other creature, their first instinct is to survive. It's my duty to facilitate that, to save as many of them as possible.
Even if it means sacrificing us, not to mention all the innocent people on this planet.
It's the only way to remake Futurum as the second Earth and give humanity a brighter future. This war and your power is our only hope. We have no other choice but to rely on you. So I will ask you once more. I'm not proud of what we've done. The way we've treated you is truly unforgivable.
Even so, I ask that you save humanity. Please, don't turn your backs on us.
I get what you're saying, but still.
Is humanity even worth saving? Why should we trade the lives of everyone on this planet for theirs? It's a little hard to ignore them now that we've actually seen them, though.
Either way, we're going to have to keep fighting. Vexioness will come after us no matter what we do. Can't you at least call off the final attack? Killing all the Futurans is going too far.
Yeah.
Remember what Vectionist said? Every last one of them will fight us to the bitter end. So long as any of them survive, this war will continue.
Kill or be killed. Massacre or face extinction. Death would have been so much easier compared to living with these choices. If we're going to keep fighting, there's something else I need to know. What happens to Shion? There is an escape pod to take all of us back to the satellite on day 100. But not for Shion, right? He has to stay here. He has to power the final assault.
It was my destiny to live and die here at Last Defense Academy, to use this power to eradicate the invaders. Huh? Something's wrong. I can't keep my body together. Why?
Shion began to fade away, a troubled look on his face the whole time.
Before we knew it, he'd completely vanished.
Shion. Hey, what gives? What did you do to him?
I don't know. This has never happened before. I guess because he's never had to deal with such confusing feelings. This could have been an adverse effect. This could have an adverse effect on the final assault. I should go check on him. Let's call it a day here, everyone. We'll pick up the discussion in the defense room tomorrow. It'll be easier for Shion to join us in that way. With those last few parting words, Siri hurried away, leaving us standing there alone.
Pick up the discussion. Is there even anything left to discuss?
Perhaps he's expecting a definite answer on what we plan to do from here on.
Whether we carry on or decide to quit, it's still going to be a living hell for all of us.
Damn it! What are we supposed to do?
All this stress is going to wreak havoc on my skin. I think it's best if we take a break now. I'm pretty tired. This was my first battle in quite a while.
Yeah, whatever. Just make sure you go back to your cage.
Ema, can I sleep in your room tonight?
Of course. I was just about to suggest that myself.
Alright, let's rest up and talk more tomorrow. Exhausted from the day's activities, we left the war room and went back to our rooms. And so, for the second time, my 72nd day at Last Defense Academy drew to a close. I said this a while ago, but I honestly do think we might be on the true ending path with how everything's developing, and the fact that we've made it so far. I'm wondering if this is the true ending. It was dark outside when I woke up. I'd barely slept a wink at all night. Dawn was still a ways off, but I knew I wouldn't be falling asleep anytime soon. Now that I was awake, I didn't much feel like just sitting around in my room. I decided to get some fresh air and stepped outside. The sky was always darkest before dawn. Had I heard that somewhere, or was it something I'd noticed since I got here? The way the sky looked at that moment was a perfect mirror of my mood.
And we got some nice smooth jazz going. Ooh, those are some pretty horns.
And even darker against the dark sky, a familiar shape was orbiting the planet.
It's hard to believe. The last vestiges of humanity are all up there.
I noticed something in the corner of my eye and realized I wasn't alone.
You couldn't sleep either?
No, same for you, Nozomi.
Yeah, there's just so much to think about. I wonder what the real Earth was like back when humanity still lived on its surface.
I'm not sure.
They told us that Earth had a will of its own, and that it chose death when humanity's abuse became too much for it. I wonder if this planet has its own consciousness too.
It wouldn't be all that strange if it did, I guess.
There's a chance humanity might make the same mistake here, then. Our selfishness could lead this planet to destruction, just like it did for Earth. I don't think you guys need to fight for humanity's sake anymore. All I want is for you to live for yourselves, and for you to be happy.
Live for ourselves. It's a nice idea, but I barely know what kind of life we can expect to live anymore. How about you, Nozomi? Are you going to keep fighting to protect humanity?
Honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do. I only know that I don't want all of you to have to bear that burden.
Just so long as you don't try to fight on your own again. I want you to be happy too, you know.
Takumi. Oh, look, the sky's starting to get brighter.
I followed Nozomi's gaze to where a pale light had started to spill over the horizon.
What a lovely sunrise.
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever seen the sun come up.
Really? We've been here 70 whole days, and it's more like 170 for you, right?
But I never thought about getting up to watch it. I mean, back in the TRC, it just gets light automatically when it's morning. Although technically, I've never seen that for myself either.
That's how it was for me, too. I think your memories of the complex are pretty accurate to the real thing.
Still, though, this is what a real sunrise looks like.
A little too petrified. Okay, I just noticed I couldn't read what is on Takumi's shirt or hoodie or whatever. I never mentioned what it says on the back. Sorry, I know this is a weird time to bring this up. I just remembered on the back of the hoodie it says Septum Wikibus, I think it was. Whatever. It's something that it's Latin. It translates to like the 7th time, the 7th turn, the 7th like iteration, 7th cycle. Like that's kind of what that translates to. And I kept forgetting to mention that because I noticed it and I wanted to say something. And I wonder if it has something to do with everything. But we'll find out. Anyways, back to the actual like moving moment that I just interrupted.
No one on the artificial satellite has ever seen anything like this.
It's so beautiful. It makes me want to cry. It feels like such a waste to keep it to ourselves.
Yeah.
Nozomi and I stayed there a little longer, watching the sun climb higher in the sky and light the world around us. Then we headed to the defense room to meet the others. Everyone was gathered outside the defense room door, like we'd agreed on the day before.
Alright, it looks like everyone's here. Now we're just waiting on Sirei.
Why are you here too? Get back in your cage!
You want to exclude me from something this important? I have a right to hear about this too, you know.
Hey everybody! Sorry to make you wait! How's Shion? I think he'll be alright, but his brainwaves are looking very irregular. Yesterday's conversation put a lot of stress on him. Some physical, but mostly psychological. Psychological stress. I wonder what Shion is going through right now. It's not like before where he could accept his death as an inevitable price to pay for this mission's success. Now he knows where he came from and that he's being used to massacre his own people. That can't be easy for him to deal with.
Let's continue yesterday's discussion. What are we going to do from here? Humanity has treated Kago like a weapon, a mere object. I can't say I like the idea of fighting for their sake.
But if we don't fight, Vexionist will kill us all.
Couldn't we just run away? There's gotta be somewhere on this planet we can settle down. And spend the rest of our days looking over our shoulders? Nah, man, that ain't for me.
I know Vexionist wouldn't let us go that easily either. She wants our power, and she's not afraid to kill anyone who gets in the way of her goals.
So we're back to fighting being the only way we can survive.
But it also means killing all the innocent people on this planet. I don't think I can accept that.
Can we accept everyone on the artificial satellite dying instead? Remember all the people we saw in that transmission yesterday?
If you do save humanity, you'll be heroes. There's no doubt about that. You'll be able to live out the rest of your days in happiness. You stay out of this. We're trying to think.
Survival means turning our back on this planet's people and letting them all die. I think I'd rather go back to the satellite right now and massacre humanity myself.
Hey!
You be quiet too.
And if we do keep fighting, Shion will die once we get to the 100th day, right? I don't want to have to sacrifice him. He deserves to be happy too.
He's going to die either way. Huh? What do you mean?
Yeah.
When Shion finishes producing enough undying flames on day 100, the school will automatically shift into attack mode. Then the final assault to wipe out the remaining life on this planet will begin. There's only one way to stop it. That's to deactivate the machine Shion's physical body is stored in, which is also what's keeping him alive. He can't survive outside it. If that machine didn't constantly absorb his power, he'd be consumed by his own flames.
So Shion will die no matter what we do?
Don't worry about me.
Shion, did you hear all of that?
It's alright. I've always known I wasn't going to live for very long. It feels like I've been on borrowed time up until now. But you guys aren't like me. You can have a future beyond this war.
I don't know what kind of future a bunch of fakes like us can have.
You may not be able to change your past, but what you do from here on is a different matter. You can still choose how you want to live. You can still choose to live. That's all I want from you. For you to live. For yourselves. And for me, too. You could consider this my last request.
Shion, wait!
Tsubasa desperately tried to reach out to Shion, but he was already gone.
Yeah.
He doesn't have much time left. The undying flames are eating away at his body little by little. His own power is too much for him. It's too much for any one person to bear.
No.
Where does that leave us? Has anyone come to a decision?
Nobody answered. How could we decide what to do in this situation? I think we're going to need more time. We can't just vote on a course of action and call it a day. We need to really think about it and come to a decision that everyone will be satisfied with. Including Shion, of course. He'll need to rest up for a bit, at least 4 days before he can make another avatar. Okay, what do you say we talk again in 3 days' time? That's okay with me, but if the enemy attacks before then, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Or burn it. Whatever works. I see. I guess that's fair. Alright. This should do it for today then. We all headed back to our rooms, each of us struggling with the same dilemma in our own different way. On our 100th day, the school will go into attack mode and begin the final assault. The undying flames will raise every living thing on the planet, including Shion. But if we try to stop it before then, Shion will still die. It seems like there's just no way for us to save him. What should we do? I couldn't work up the energy to do anything else, so I spent the rest of the day in my room. Outside, the light faded, and the clock ticked interminably forward. I don't think I've seen that word before. Leaving me alone with my thoughts. Interesting.
Up and Adam troops! Get ready! Prepare to be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved.
I slowly got myself out of bed. I needed to talk to someone. It didn't matter who. I just needed to get out of my own head for a little while. I guess I'll head over to the cafeteria. There's bound to be someone there.
Yeah.
If you guys choose to save humanity, you'll be hailed as heroes. I guarantee you'll be able to live out the rest of your lives in complete happiness.
Yeah.
I know Shion's fate doesn't sit right with you, but whatever you do, he won't live much longer anyway.
Okay. I think we might get a decision time when it comes to what we want to do in a few days. And I have a feeling that the true ending answer is going to be whatever keeps us fighting. Some variation of that. But we'll see. We have a couple days away.
Unsurprisingly, the mood in the cafeteria was somber. It was almost completely deserted.
Is no one else coming today?
Some of them came by earlier, but they took their food with them to their rooms. It was pretty obvious they wanted to be alone.
Oh.
Shouldn't we be more open and discuss things more? I mean, we are basically family.
That's the worst thing about this situation. How can I possibly be related to that ragtag collection of freaks and misfits?
I'm pretty sure they feel the same about you.
And I just came up with a new dish too. I added pastel pink paint to Hot Pot to make it pretty.
You're not even using edible ingredients anymore.
This time, we're all having a say in what we do. We're not just pushing the decision onto Takumi like we have in the past. I think everyone's going to need time to come to terms with what that means for them.
I wish there was a way for us to resolve this without fighting.
Yeah!
I don't think that's going to happen while Affectioness is around. Or even without her, for that matter. The Futurans all hate us vile invaders, after all. It's only natural after what humanity has done to their home. I think we'll just have to keep fighting until one side is finally wiped out.
It's a tough decision, but I'm still not any closer to an answer myself.
Even my clairvoyance won't help us here.
Come to think of it, it's the same with me. I can barely get my thoughts together. In all the confusion from these big revelations, I've kind of lost sight of myself. We stayed in the cafeteria long enough to eat breakfast, then went back to our rooms. Everyone's spending time on their own to think about stuff. I should probably do the same, but I don't feel like just sitting around today. At this point, I'll even talk to Sire. Maybe I'll go take a walk.
Okay, so we got some free time. I'm gonna... If I cut right here, it's because we're doing an exploration. So let's see how this goes. And we're back. We got another 1200 textile.
You never know. Well then.
Yeah, so that went really well overall.
Another day's come to an end. I want to talk to Shion some more, but it's going to be a while until he's ready. Well, no use staying up now.
Day 75. We're making good progress on the days. We might actually make to day 100 on this route.
Band out of troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready. Be ready.
Right, I don't know why I was listening to that. I always forget. I'm just like, oh yeah, he's talking. I can listen. And then it's like, wait, I don't care about what he's saying.
I'd better go and check the cafeteria. I wonder if anyone's there today.
Yeah.
I won't withhold the truth from you anymore. Ask me anything you want to know.
Huh? I mean, are you gonna give us more information? Okay, let's see what...
Shion was born here on Futurum some time ago just due to a random mutation. He has incredibly powerful cryptoglobin. He was captured by one of our recon teams and raised by the forces of Earth. I say raised, but because of his cryptoglobin, his body is incapable of growing physically. It's as if he's unable to endure the sheer might of his own power. Securing Shion changed everything for us. The mission wouldn't be possible without him. Even now he's in the defense room storing up power, but he was only able to do that after we sent the school here. Cryptoglobin comes from this planet. Oh, it gets much weaker the further away you get from it. In a sense, you could say that Shion is absorbing power from the planet so he can raise it. On the 100th day of the mission, the power will eliminate all life on Futurum. The war will be over and humanity will be the victors. And to the victors go the spoils, a brand new planet.
Okay, so nothing new. This is all just, like, basically, do we want to recap stuff we know? And no, because we just went through all of it, and I feel like I have a good grip on it. Right. That's the garage. Cafeteria's around the next corner. Alright.
There were a few more people in the cafeteria today than before.
Good morning, Takumi. Did you sleep well?
Morning. Wait, what are you doing here, Aito?
What am I doing here? Is that the thanks I get for making the effort to endure your odious company? Nobody asked you to be here.
Oh, you're a real strange one, Aito. Hard to believe we're both made from the same genes.
Yeah, I'm still having trouble believing that myself.
I know, right? We're all so different. No one thinks we came from the same stable, let alone the same family.
Apparently they fed us all different kinds of scenarios so the unit would have more variety.
They really took it to extremes, though. Could they have made some of us a little more normal? You're one to talk.
Even if those backstories were constructed for us, it doesn't mean we're not our own people. It's like how kids don't always turn out the way their parents expect them to. You can't control every aspect of a person's life. And we are alive.
Yeah, you're right. Apart from our memories, we're just like regular humans. If you can even call us humans. We're clones of Shion, and he's a Futurin.
I don't see that there's any real difference between the two species. I mean, it turns out none of you are human after all. But you still look just as hideous to me.
What's your point?
Humans disgust me, and knowing that you're genetically Futurin hasn't changed my perception of you. So you basically are all human. You look, sound, and smell as repulsive as anyone from Earth would.
Aosuke's peculiar perception isn't a quirk of his so much as a glitch in his programming. I think something must have gone wrong when he was having his memories fed into his brain. As a result, instead of growing up with a strong attachment to humanity, he developed a deep hatred for them instead. Or perhaps that glitch is a bug planted by the insurgents in the operation.
So I'm defective goods then. But that defect helped me show humanity's true face. Maybe I'm the only real success among all of you.
Oh, sure, that makes sense. Not.
All of that doesn't change the fact that we all share the same blood. We are all brothers and sisters. We are family.
Brothers and sisters? Family?
That connection is one thing that's real. That is the one thing here that's real. Not part of some fictional backstory. We ought to take care of each other.
You and me, family. What an absolutely nauseating idea.
Hey!
For once, I agree with you. Our connection to Shion and each other, that's real. Everything we thought we knew was a lie, except for that. We're not just allies, we're family. That doesn't mean I'm totally ready to accept it yet, though. Over breakfast, I managed to make a little conversation with everyone. Everyone except Aito, that is. After a while, we left the cafeteria and went back to our rooms. I only first met these guys when we all arrived here, but we're actually family. It's weird, but that fact doesn't really change anything. We can still fight alongside each other like we always have. Actually, we don't know if we'll keep fighting yet. We're going to discuss it the day after tomorrow. I wonder if the others have come up with anything yet. Maybe I should go talk to them.
Free time. Okay, and cutting to the end of free time. Alright. That ends that exploration.
You never will then.
Alright. I'm pretty sure this is just gonna be it for the day, so...
Another day's gone. They've just been going by so quickly lately. We need to come to a decision, but I still have no idea what we should do. What's the right choice here? Is there a right choice here? I don't even know. Asking myself the same questions over and over, I drifted off to sleep, hoping it might give me some relief. But it didn't.
Good morning, everyone.
Up and out of troops, time to rise and shine!
And we will rise and shine, do day 3 of this, and, you know, get to the decision next time. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this as much as I am, and I will see everybody next time. Bye.